Thank you. I should go another side.
I'll be darned, brand new camp system.
Remember last tire change parts, they're all these are
Okay.
yeah. Supposed to, yeah.
Okay.
I got this.
So you just have bad batch of tires?
And I was one of the founders of this monorail movement.
We got a lot of questions, we've already voted, but we got a lot of
That's
questions.
okay. I understand. I told my people, I said, I bet most of them voted, and I said, well, they still want to hear it. And that's
Oh, I'd like to know the real answer.
fine. Now, I have a couple guests back here. They flew in from Florida and California because they love the monorail and they want to see what we're doing here in Seattle. We're voting on this thing tomorrow. Can you hear me okay?
I'm trying.
Okay. I got a big booming voice. I got a bigger voice than that microphone.
Yeah.
I thought I'd stand close to you. Is that okay?
Good,
Okay.
yeah.
She can interpret for you. The gentleman in the back there, he asked me, are you writing up what you're going to say? I said, no, I just come here and tell the truth. It's real easy. This is a nice campaign. I don't have to juggle things or anything else. What we're going to do is we're going to build a transportation system that's going to get you out of all these cars and trucks and buses and trains that are on the street now, and we're going to get you up in the air. And that means that you're going to move. And the easy way to think about this is to understand that we're just a horizontal elevator. And just like the last time you were in an elevator, you don't go to the elevator over here and look for a schedule, because you know it's going to come pretty quick. When we went up to Vancouver, now that's not a monorail, but it's elevated, and one of our people said, where's the schedule? And the guide laughed, and he said, by the time you find the schedule, the train will be here. But you're going to go looking for a schedule, and it'd be better to stand next to the train, because the train will beat the schedule.
We have a wonderful system up there.
Yeah, they have a very good system. It's not as, everything always has some, it's a little too small, but they're doing good work. Now, the other thing about a monorail is it never hits anybody. It doesn't hit cars, it doesn't hit children, it doesn't hit other buses, it doesn't hit anything. There has never been a fatality on a monorail. And there are monorails in Japan and Disneyland, and they move a lot of people in Disneyland. So these things work really, really well. Their safety record is unbelievable. I'll tell you just one incredible thing. In Tokyo, they have a monorail that goes out to the airport about 10 miles. In 38 years, they have never had a train stop on the track when it wasn't supposed to. In other words, no breakdowns, no accidents, no fatalities, and they have moved over 1 billion people. Now, we all know somebody's been hurt in a car accident or even killed, and we've grown to accept that. Nobody rises up when 50,000 people a year are killed by cars. Terrible. Now, we're not going to change all that. We'll still have cars, trucks, buses. We're not going to do everything. We're going to go from Ballard over here to downtown to West Seattle. That'll be the start. And we're going to go through the Seattle Center and the stadiums and 3 stops downtown. We'll go near the ferries and the trains. We'll go, quite a bit of the city will be covered with the monorail. We're going to do a real good job of moving people, not just on a daily basis, but to events. Let's say you want to go to the Opera House. Now, there aren't a lot of people that go to the Opera House, but let's say that's one of those days when there's a rock concert at the arena. You can't park anywhere around the Seattle Center. So you might be shuttled over here. They have a bus here, shuttle bus for you people?
Yes.
Yeah. You might go over here to 15th and Market and catch the monorail down to the near this Opera House. because otherwise there's no way for you to get down there. Now fortunately, they have a drop off at the Opera House, and you people can get shuttled right down to there. What we're going to do is provide an alternative. And one of the best things about the monorail is, you know how when you get on a bus and they got to lift that cart if you can't get up, your foot's bummed up or your back's out or whatever? The monorail is at the same level as the floor, so you just go right in and right out. All the doors are handicapped doors. And inside we have a lot of space. We won't have to tie you down because we never get into accidents. You ever see how they tie down the wheelchairs on a bus? We don't have to do that. The reason why they tie you down on a wheelchair on the bus is because they get in so many accidents or near accidents. They have to go, stop all of a sudden. They don't want you flying around.
What about the rest of it that aren't in wheelchairs?
Well, one of the things we're going to have to do is tell people to give up their seats. But you're only going to be on the monorail an average of about 7 minutes. Now on a bus, you absolutely have to be seated because it's going to be about 45 minutes. The average bus is only going about 13 miles an hour. It's going to take you a while to get anywhere.
Now it's going to ground level or?
It's going to be up in the air because we have to get up and out of that traffic. We absolutely have to. Otherwise, we're just stuck like everybody else. We will never move. And not only will we be stuck, we'll hit things. Buses get into accidents all the time. They just put in a light rail, train on the ground in Salt Lake City. In the first 100 days, they had 11 accidents. That's 1 every 9 days they had an accident. So you can't put your traffic, we don't have any more room here. 30 to 40 feet in the air, which right now the current monorail is about 22 feet. We're going to be even higher, and the reason for that is a number of things. One thing is we can plant trees underneath this thing, and we're not going to get rid of it, but it's a lot different when you put some trees underneath it. The second thing is that you never, ever, ever want anything hitting that monorail. So at 22 feet, you get a couple kids over here at the university, and they've had a few drinks, and they steal a big truck, and they're standing on top of the truck, and they go by and they hit that thing. So what we want to do is get way up there. Now when we get way up there, that means that at the lower level we can put a second monorail, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the current monorail and run it at the second level, the first level, to where it is now, and the other monorail will go very close in that same area and just turn at each corner a little bit sharper.
You're talking about the existing
The
one?
existing monorail is not going to go away completely.
Okay, but you won't go to 40 feet when you're out in the suburbs?
We'll be pretty high up here, 30 to 40, 30 to 40. You understand that it's an analogy, but whether you're 30 or 40 feet tall doesn't add to the cost much.
No.
Okay, your first cost is that first inch.
Yeah.
Whether you go up 20, 30, or 40, it doesn't matter too much. Now, we're also going to pick up a fabulous view. When you're in this thing, it's like flying. No, it's beautiful.
No, I believe it's beautiful, but it'll go so fast.
Oh, no, it's not going to go quite that fast. Remember, we're going to have stations every mile or mile and a half, so we can't get up there. We gotta, because otherwise you'd just be going like this. Now, one of the interesting things is we will not have drivers. We'll have a computer, just like your elevator does. You've never gotten on an elevator and go, oh, where's the driver? You know what happens. You push a button and it's going to
Some of us
stop.
are older now.
Some of you older. Well, I'm old enough to remember that I'm not that old at all in Smith Tower. Remember how they used to have an elevator? Remember the downtown Smith Tower, and you told them the number and you saw the floors go by. It's kind of fun. And they never had any accidents either. But remember how too, on those elevators, they would kind of miss the floor every once in a while and have to pop up a little bit? Well, the same thing is true of a train computer. When your train operator takes off, they do it pretty smoothly, but nobody does it smoother than that computer. So you'll go from 0 to pretty fast. Now, you were on the Vancouver train? Or were you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
It's great.
Remember how fast it went? Boy, you're getting up to speed real quick. Because that computer does it so smoothly, they do it smoother than any human can do it over and over and over again.
Now, how do we get up to the level?
There will be four ways actually to do that. How do you get up there?
How do you get up there?
Okay.
Elevator.
Is it up?
First thing, you got an elevator because we have to have Americans for Disabilities Act.
Yeah, so it's-
We have to obey that just like anybody else, but we want to do it more so. They're going to set up a van. Have you ridden in the van with Elvis? Do you still use Red Top here? Yeah, they got a van, and sometimes the guy dresses like Elvis. Oh, really? That's a special thrill, darling. But I think that before that, people keep talking about a phase 2. But I think what's going to happen is we're going to have phase 1.1. We're going to get out to 85th and Green 50th. You know where that is? Where the QFC and the Waldron's is, and the old Leolani Lanes, if you were around. Okay? No, there's another lanes. The one that collapsed. No, that's out of 85th and Green. I mean 105th. I think that what's going to happen is those people down at, remember Arts Food Center, which is now QFC? I think they're going to say, come on down the hill. We'll bring it down the hill this next mile, and we'll pay for it. My name, and you'll be charged full fare.
I'm still here. Well, thank you.
Thank you.